Welcome to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
Where we'll hang out and discuss all things fantasy football.
Go rock this thing, huh? Love you, man. Go get it.
We'll give our best fantasy advice, predictions, insights, and more.
Play our game. All right? Play hard, but stay poised. Get it done.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. The show starts with Devin, Rick, and Quinn right now.
All right, you ready?
And 3.
No.
You got a lot of notes.
No.
You want to start it?
And 3.
And 2.
Wait. Let's try something new. ASMR. What's up, Fantasy First fans?
And 1.
What's up, Fantasy Football First? Who knows?
What's up? He's excited. He's excited. I'm excited.
It's been a while since we've all three been here.
Yeah.
Well, last week.
Mr. Schlepper over there has been missing in action.
Not much, yeah.
But he's back to give you some start sits week 9.
Or maybe not.
No, he is.
Chose to do something
That's what we're here for.
Just
Welcome.
A flag on the play.
Thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Thanks for liking this video. Thanks for sharing this video. Thanks for watching this video.
Is that it?
Nope.
All right, I'll start it then.
Notification bell.
Yeah, notification bell. Ding! Get some more of our start sits. And then on Mondays.
Yes.
Trying to interrupt. It's not working. Because Mondays we have special videos too. You want to tell them what they are?
Waiver wire pickups.
Waiver wire pickups. See, we're
I
getting
heard
you
that.
all prepared. All prepared.
He is a man sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Anyway,
It's not sometimes.
I'm gonna start this.
Yeah, start it up.
Start it off.
Speaking of a man sometimes,
Okay.
Cam Newton is my start
Ooh.
of the week.
I was this close to going with Cam Newton.
People said, well, not people said, it's been proven that he's looked awful, but
Yeah.
he hasn't been that bad in fantasy football. You look back at it.
Yes, he has.
2 games with less than 12 points. The other 4 weeks, over 18 points, which is actually pretty good considering the people that say he's been
That's terrible.
really bad.
It's terrible. Because it's barely over 18 points. And when other quarterbacks are scoring 25 and 30, 18 is terrible.
Well, he was top 5 in the first week, so
Yeah, in the first week.
do your work better. And then he was out for a couple weeks because of COVID, and of course, he has been dookie water against some tough matchups though, like the Dolphins. Yeah,
The Dolphins are actually proven to be a pretty good defense.
Yeah, it's against one of
like
the,
that.
it's against one of, if not the worst teams, and
Yep.
expect him to get his act together going to this game, because if he doesn't, then
When he's going to make up for that fumble he lost.
if he loses to the Jets, I mean, there's so many possibilities here. He gets fired. Gase gets hired. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I'm starting Cam Newton.
I like it.
On to you, sir.
I like it. Well, I was on the fence this week about who I wanted to go with, and I usually don't go homer picks, but this week I'm going Drew Lock. He looked pretty darn good in that second half.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some confidence that facing Atlanta.
Second half.
Yeah, the second
The last
half.
8 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Well, the second half he looked good. He just looked really
Yeah.
good. He had 248 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception.
Yeah.
It was a pretty solid game for him.
He drove the field pretty well.
He drove the field. He had
Yeah.
that swag going on. So if that swag carries over versus Atlanta, who likes to give that up, I see him hopefully succeeding.
Well, Atlanta's defense has actually looked pretty good the past couple weeks.
Yeah, pretty good last week. The week before it got better, but the quarterback still threw for pretty decent amount.
Yeah.
So,
They're not like
but that's the part that made me nervous, because Atlanta did look like they were an actual defensive team last week.
Yeah.
So
But I definitely agree with that.
hopefully it's a mirage. All right, who you got? Who's your start
Teddy
quarterback?
Bridgewater.
Teddy
against
B.
Kansas City. I expect that to be a very high-scoring game. You look at Kansas City's defense going against rushing quarterbacks. They've shut almost everybody down. But against non-rushing quarterbacks, we've yet to see one of those quarterbacks have less than 250 passing yards. So I expect Teddy Bridgewater to be one of those quarterbacks getting at least 250 passing yards.
I like it.
And have a big game.
I guess
Teddy
I'll
B.
go next because my sit is Teddy Bridgewater.
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
we got some dueling opinions.
Okay.
I believe the Chiefs defense has looked the best it's ever been since the past years.
Yeah.
For fantasy football wise, of
Yeah,
course.
okay.
And I think they'll know how to shut down Moore and Robbie Anderson with, surprisingly, some of the best cornerbacks this year being on the Chiefs team.
Yeah.
So I also threw in the fact that CMC is back, Mr. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And a lot more handoffs towards him.
Or short dump-offs.
Or short dump-offs,
which goes to Teddy B.
Which goes to Teddy B, but
Okay.
I'm still not fully in on it. So sitting Teddy B, especially after he just got 12 points to the worst Falcons team ever.
Well, let me add on to that Christian McCaffrey. So he's not fully healthy, so that's definitely negative toward Teddy Bridgewater because they might be.
I don't know about fully healthy. I don't think he'd be playing unless he was fully healthy.
Yeah.
He's maybe not fully prepared.
They're talking about him being activated off of IR. So he hasn't been activated off IR yet.
You can still be healthy.
Yeah, I read a report that says he's playing this week.
Okay.
The coach said Mike Davis has been playing good and he wouldn't play McCaffrey if he wasn't 100.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I am leaning towards that direction, to be honest.
We'll see.
I like Teddy B. And he's got weapons. It's not just Robbie Anderson.
Well, I like Teddy B too, but the Chiefs.
Curtis Samuel's been balling.
The Chiefs has been a top 10 defense this year, and Teddy B only got 12 points against the 32nd best defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Definitely could go either way.
But wasn't that game on a Thursday night? Nobody does well on Thursday nights.
Did you look at last Thursday night?
Yeah, nobody did well again.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Devontae Adams only got another 38 points, and Aaron Rodgers only got 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, but everybody else sucked it up.
Yeah, for sure. But we're talking about quarterbacks here on Thursday night.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, let's move on to your
I'm sitting Ryan Tannehill versus the Chicago Bears. He's been on a downward trend lately, and the Bears are pretty darn good against the opposing quarterbacks.
They're all right.
They have a season low 18 points.
Okay.
Versus quarterbacks. And I don't know what it is. There's something missing right now about that Tennessee team. And I just don't see Tannehill exploding or having a good game. So
they need to start targeting Jonnu Smith again.
Yeah.
That could help.
So it's Derrick Henry.
This is a Derrick Henry game, I believe.
Even though they have been really good against...
I think it's a pretty low-scoring game, and I just don't see a lot going on.
So it's on to the kicker. If you have Steven Gostkowski, you are good this week.
Yes.
From 50 yards every single time.
All right.
What do you got, Devin?
On to you.
I was actually about to pick Tannehill, but I chose Drew Brees instead.
I was close to Drew Brees.
He has not looked good this season at all. And against Tampa Bay's defense... I don't know. And then with Michael Thomas coming back, it's just a little iffy. I think there's going to be a little bit of a switcheroo from last time where Tom Brady got 2 interceptions. I think this week Drew Brees is going to get 2 interceptions.
Well, the only reason why I didn't choose Drew Brees is it's kind of hard to sit a guy like Drew Brees.
Yeah, that's true.
But not only that, I think a lot of points from Drew Brees over the years has been Michael Thomas. So I think having Michael Thomas back might actually make him do better because he hasn't had really a good set of wide receivers to go with him
in his football mode.
Plus a couple tough matchups as well to throw.
Yeah.
Including Tampa Bay, supposedly now. We'll see.
Yeah.
High scoring game, I believe. Anyway, let's on to running backs.
Running backs. Devin's going to start us off.
Starting off, it's Devin Singletary going against Seattle.
Okay.
I love me some Devin Singletary. You guys know that. But he has not looked great the past 5 weeks. Less than 10
the past
points.
5 weeks. That sounds awful.
But before that, he was almost getting 20 points per week. I mean, he's just due to explode.
Or
because of that talent that he has.
Mr. Moss.
He's going against Seattle.
Is it him or Moss who will explode?
Well, he almost got 100 yards last week.
That could be the problem as well.
Yeah.
With Seattle, considering that they can go up instantly.
Oh, you mean like from behind,
that takes out
they'll throw
single carry.
Okay. They should keep it competitive, I think. I mean, Buffalo's
we'll see for sure.
Got some good offense.
Yeah, but the defense though is not the defense of.
Well, as long as he's the receiving back, which supposedly he is.
Yeah, he hasn't been receiving.
Question mark.
One day.
But
all right, on to you. Yeah.
I'm going to start Chase Edmonds versus Miami.
Me too.
Are you really?
Ooh.
If I had him. If I don't have him, hopefully he's not against me, because I believe he is going to be the best running back this week.
He should be pretty good. I mean, Miami's pretty bad against the run, 7th ranked. I don't think Miami will be able to keep up. And so they're going to be behind.
I think it's...
And then Edmonds is just going to do
almost
some
a
running
guarantee
in.
for Edmonds to succeed. But as we've seen guarantees, we've also
There's
seen
no guarantees, yeah.
And not only that, but he's been the better player. But the only reason why he hasn't been the best for fantasy is because he was behind Kenyon Drake, who is out this week.
Yeah.
And would have gotten you 8 points against them if he was in. So, good job, Drake.
Sweet. All right.
On to the sitting. Who'd like to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm sitting Ezekiel Elliott.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah.
Tough to start a guy like that, but I can see it.
He's been, think of it this way. He has not had a 100-yard rushing game this season.
Ooh.
Can you really picture that from Ezekiel Elliott?
Yes.
I mean, nobody would ever say that.
Actually, I wouldn't believe it considering the weeks of Dak being out, but with Dak being in.
Yeah, not then either. Of course, they were behind so much they had to throw forever. But
I guess that's fair.
He's just, they're playing the second-rated run defense in Pittsburgh. I just don't see them. I mean, they're going to be behind, I think. It's not going to be able to establish a running game. It's just not looking good.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for all those Zeke owners. Picked an early pick. I guess at least you're getting to play him. I don't know if that's better. Maybe I'd rather have McCaffrey sitting on the bench than getting your 7 points a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we traded him away.
Yes.
It's a good deal.
All right.
Good deal.
Devin, who are you sitting?
I'm sitting Jonathan Taylor.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice
going against
choice.
Baltimore. I mean, they have a good defense. I said that last week against James Conner. I actually trust James Conner more than I trust Jonathan Taylor, honestly.
Of course.
And James Conner didn't have a big game, so I definitely don't expect Jonathan Taylor to do that. On top of that, he's been splitting carries.
And he's slightly injured.
Yeah, that's also another one. Yeah.
Fair
I'm not
points
trusting him
there.
this week at all.
No trust in Jonathan Taylor.
Nope.
Sit.
Good stuff.
And you, sir?
I am sitting Fournette and Ronald Jones.
Tampa Bay backs.
backfield.
Wow, that's pretty.
That's a big...
I don't like the backfield in a game where they are against a good Saints defense, especially when this should be a throwing game for Brees and Brady, which is what I'm expecting to happen. Also, the addition of Antonio Brown is bad news for the run game, meaning this should give openings more for Tom Brady to throw. And you have Ronald Jones versus Leonard Fournette, which doesn't help. And you don't know who's going to do better, if they both could do worse.
If you think the Saints are going to be behind this game or ahead in this game, then I would go with Fournette. Because Fournette's been the receiving back. And so if they're behind, I think he'll be in more. If you think Tampa Bay is going to be ahead, I would go with Jones.
I'm just not in it on this week.
All right. We got it. We hear you.
I like it.
All right.
Wide receiver starts.
Wide receiver start.
Go for it.
All right. This is a big one for me. I said I wouldn't talk about this guy no more, but I have to again.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I'm starting Jameson Crowder.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
How could you not?
I said I wouldn't talk about him anymore, but the injuries have happened, so now I have to re-say it. I'm playing Crowder always, no matter if he has a lingering injury. The guy's a beast. He's going to come in for 2 weeks, get you 23 points each week, and then go out for 3 more. So with that in mind, he should probably not be there for the playoffs, but yeah, I'm playing him this week for sure, especially when it's against the Patriots, who isn't that good against the slot, sadly to say.
All right.
But James Conner.
I didn't think I'd hear that again, so I'm still kind of mesmerized.
I won't say it anymore.
Devin, why don't you go, since I'm still kind of, clearing my head after hearing that.
Yeah.
Who's your wide receiver start?
I got Jacoby Myers on the other side of the field.
Nice.
Nice choice.
Cam Newton as well.
You should start Cam.
Edelman is out. N'Keal Harry's still injured a little bit, dealing with, concussion. I'm pretty sure N'Keal Harry's probably healthy, honestly. But he has not looked good at all. I don't trust N'Keal Harry. Jacoby Myers last week got 10 targets. I expect him to get another 10 targets against the Jets.
That's fair.
Of course.
That's definitely fair.
That's fair. It's definitely fair.
Fair.
Let's hear your
I like it.
Your wide receiver start.
Who do you got?
I've been waiting all season for this. I picked him up everywhere I could.
I know where this is going.
I had him from last year in a couple of leagues.
Just let him have it.
And I'm not saying I like this person necessarily, but he's a football maniac.
Just get on with it. My favorite player ever to play the game. Correct?
Antonio Brown.
Yes, dude, I love this guy.
If you got him, you're starting him this week. Do you know how much testosterone buildup this boy has?
Yeah.
He is going to go wild. Wild, wild, wild. I expect a huge game. Chris Godwin's going to be out this game. It should be high scoring, going back and forth against the Saints, as we've already discussed.
Chris Godwin is actually projected to play.
Well, his finger is, they're still figuring out if he's going to play or not because of that finger. I mean, when you catch the ball, you got to have your fingers, and having surgery on it, they're not going to need him. I'm telling you right now, Antonio Brown is going to go off, set your lineups, enjoy your victory.
Well, actually, you don't need your fingers to catch the ball.
Yeah. It's actually really funny. I had Antonio Brown as my wide receiver stardom.
Oh, yeah?
And then I knew you would have him, so I changed it to Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers is definitely a good start. So.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke.
But if you want to win,
I was gonna make a joke when you said you don't need your fingers to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Because who's that player that played for the Seahawks? The brother.
Wasn't there a butt catch one time too, or something weird?
What?
Shaquem Griffin.
Shaquem Griffin.
Yeah.
You don't need your fingers to catch the ball because he had one hand.
Oh, yes.
Well, he could have used the other hand with his fingers.
Yeah, but if he has one broken finger,
it's not broken though. Surgery, cut.
I mean, he used his arm.
You whimpered and cried for weeks and weeks with your surgery.
That's an ankle break, dude.
Oh.
And to be fair,
you weren't having.
I did not cry.
Balls thrown.
I did not cry at all. And
yeah, he didn't cry. He just had tears.
I think I was more sad at the fact that he wouldn't take me to the hospital, and I was just sitting there. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Sit.
Wide receiver sits.
Wide receiver sits.
I guess I'll go first.
Go for it.
And
go for it.
Heading to the part of the field where I said to sit Teddy B.
Yep.
I'm sitting DJ Moore.
Interesting.
Okay. That makes sense.
Interesting.
I mean, Tyrann Mathieu is definitely one of the best safeties in the league, so I definitely understand that.
Yeah, for sure. One of the wide receivers can go off, I feel, in this game, but I think it would most likely be Robbie Anderson more than DJ Moore. Only because DJ Moore is going to draw the tough cornerback, and he's probably going to be shadowed, like you said. And Mathieu, who is my favorite. He's the best. I love him. I didn't like him when he didn't play for the Chiefs, though, but that's just a Chiefs fan type of thing. So, yeah, I think plus McCaffrey's back to take targets as well. I think I'm sitting DJ Moore in this game.
Gotcha.
I like it.
I don't like it, but...
Are you sitting somebody?
I'm sitting Devontae Parker.
Ooh,
well,
Miami.
That's hard.
Versus Arizona.
Dang.
I know you got to do what you got to do. And did you watch Tua last week?
I also have Devontae Parker.
I threw up in my mouth twice.
Hey man, let's just keep in mind 1 of 3 people in this room said to start Tua. I won't say any names.
1 of 3.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's not. He got a touchdown in like the first play, and
Yeah, he didn't look good at all.
He had like 88 throwing yards.
He had 12 completions total for 93 yards.
First quarterback I've ever seen to just suck the first game.
The other thing, if we're going to talk about safeties and cornerbacks, let's talk about Patrick Peterson and Budda Baker.
Yeah,
probably 2 of the best to have ever played their positions.
Who did let Tyler Lockett get 3 touchdowns and 200 yards against him?
Patrick Peterson.
We're not. I said the best to have played. I didn't say they're the best currently.
I'm not saying
Peterson
anything.
is not golden.
I'm not saying anything.
But Budda Baker is, and I think they'll be on covering Parker and eliminating him from this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that.
So
yeah,
who's your sit?
Devontae Parker. I said. Yeah. Boom.
DJ Moore.
It's a twofer.
Okay. Let's go on to tight ends.
Tight ends, baby.
All right. Start him. I got it.
Tight ends. You got it.
Do it
start
then.
us off. Noah Fant.
I do have Noah Fant.
Really?
Denver Broncos.
Boom.
Really?
That goes
I was really close to considering that. Yeah. He should do well.
Well, he is against the Falcons defense. And if Drew Lock's going to be number one, he's got to throw to somebody.
It's true.
Yeah. Right? And it hasn't been Jerry Jeudy.
I didn't say Drew Lock was going to be number one. I just think he could be a top 10, 12 quarterback this week. Number one, that's a bit pushing it. Mm-hmm. If that happens, though...
Listen, man.
It'll make me proud.
Especially in the league where this year tight ends are only Waller.
Boy, this year's been terrible.
Only Waller, Kelsey, and
Kittle. The 3 games he's played.
Goes out.
Jeez.
So only 2 tight ends are really the ones that you want to play. Everyone else is put in your matchup because you kind of have no choice. You have to play tight end.
Except for this guy right here.
Who's supposedly supposed to be a number 5 this year.
The Hawkster TJ Hawkinson.
Oh, that guy.
Whoa, I heard that in stereo.
I thought we were talking about Fant. Still. Wait, before you move on to Hawkinster, he didn't discuss anything about Fant.
I mean,
he hemmed and hawed and oohed and awed
against Atlanta's defense. Very weak against tight ends. Yeah. He gets targeted. The last 4 games, he's averaged 8 targets a game.
He loves Drew Lock.
So I can expect
they're like
about 8 targets this game.
Best buddies.
Yeah.
8 targets this game. 1 catch for 93 yards and a touchdown.
Drew Lock also really likes him in the red zone.
Yes.
So definitely expect probably a touchdown.
All right, let's hear Mr. Hawkinson, who is a for sure start no matter what. So this doesn't really prove anything.
Go.
Well, he hadn't been. I mean, people weren't swarming out. In fact, he was just dropped in one of my leagues just 3 or 4 weeks ago. I swooped him right up. They're playing Minnesota pretty bad. You know, last week everybody said, oh, Hawkinson's not going to do anything. They're playing Indianapolis. And what did he have? 10 targets!
That's it?
I think we both had him as a sit-him, didn't we?
Not me, sir. I think it's
I probably did.
them.
Who?
But anyway, Galladay's going to be out.
Yeah. Hey.
So, I think he's still going to be targeted heavily again. And he should get another 7, 8, 10 targets. And he's been one of the main touchdown catching tight ends. He's already got 4 in 7 games. That's pretty good. So
it's all right.
It's pretty good.
I mean, apparently it's not good enough because people are dropping him.
Yeah. It's a good thing those touchdowns have come in the last 3 games. Score!
So that wouldn't make sense on why people would drop him.
No, I just said he got dropped 3 or 4 weeks ago. I picked him up in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
All right.
Gangbusters.
Let's move on to sits.
Sits.
Boom, boom. I got Mark Andrews.
Nice.
Yeah, going against Indy.
I considered that, but...
I have Mark Andrews.
Really?
Going against Indy.
You heard it there first, folks. When Mark Andrews catches...
This is the first time...
60 yards and 2 touchdowns again.
This is the first time in this show history that 2 people have had the same in both start and sit.
Yeah.
So, you worried? I am, if you have Mark Andrews.
I am not worried.
Because he's against, once again, the number 1 defense. And he hasn't been good the past 2 weeks. Hasn't been
he hasn't
really matching up with Lamar.
He hasn't really been great all season.
No, he's had like 2 really good games.
Yeah, and then outside of that,
he's been pretty off.
Well, he's been good the first
I expect this to be a big game.
Because he's top 7 right now.
I know they're saying sit him, but I personally think he's going to have a good game.
Well, I expect... Go ahead.
Go ahead. Trash it.
I also say sit him because Marquise Brown has been complaining that he's not getting enough attention because Willie Snead is getting everything. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, get better.
But
get better. You just got to get better.
I expect Lamar Jackson to force target Marquise Brown, which is also going to hurt Mark Andrews this game.
Yeah, and I also expect this to be a poor performance from both offenses, and I'm taking the Colts to win the matchup.
This guy.
Hey, I like me some noodle arm.
Bling.
All right, let's hear your sit.
This was one that took me forever because every tight end sucks. So I was trying to pick the one that might suck the most, and I think Dalton Schultz could suck the most.
Dude, if this was a list
Hey, he had 11 points in his last game.
Okay.
That's pretty good considering he played with Ben DiNucci.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
like I said, it's hard to pick one.
Hey,
so I'm just picking
Ben
one.
DiNucci's in his prime, okay?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
You know what he said on Twitter? It was actually really funny. He said, playing football is hard.
Yeah, imagine that.
He wanted to sit on the bench and win his money by doing nothing.
That's the quote of the week. Playing football is hard.
Sorry, Ben DiNucci, if you're watching.
All right. Well, those were our start sits.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Let us know who are your start sits. Give us some good starts, some good sits down below. If you guys have questions, comments, you got a couple players you're trying to figure out who you should start, let us know. We'd be happy to get back with you, help you out, give you at least our opinions on it. You make the final decision. It's your team.
Also, I want to add something in too.
Okay.
If you do watch this full video and you want to comment.
What do you mean if you do? Everybody's watching. You're here. You watched it. Let's go.
Well, some people only want to know about wide receivers, But That's if you do watch this full video and you're up to this point, leave a comment on Devin, Rick, or Quinn to see who you think has the better start sit list. I'd like to know because it's probably me.
Okay.
Noah Fant, Jameson Crowder. You love those guys. But yeah, leave us know. Let us know. We'd like to know.
Now, after you heard that, if you would still please like the video, share the video, subscribe to our content, click on the notifications bell. That way you'll know as soon as our videos come out. We put them out every Monday, every Friday, and sometimes Wednesdays. Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So, with all of that being said, remember to finish first.
Thank you for listening to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Jackson throws complete. Crabtree has it for a touchdown.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Get more fantasy info and check us out at FantasyFootballFirst.com.